to the T. And I don't think I've ever took a moment in my life to really picture where I could go or the possibility of where things could be. Um, and that is due to a negative mindset. So yeah, I'm just so happy to be here. Do have a background in sales. I did face-to-face sales with Lincoln Heritage, the most expensive carrier, but I did face-to-face sales with them, and it didn't necessarily not work out for me, but I got a little too money hungry. And when I saw how much money insurance sales could bring in, I started trying to do other things. So I kind of fell off. That's where I always hear, like I've heard Jalen say, like, just stick to it, like stick to the system. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But I only started telesales a year ago. Um, and I saw everything not what not to do. So coming here was honestly, it was extremely different, even before actually talking here. But you guys have all been so supportive with the sales that I've made already. And I'm like, what? This is weird. This is new for me. Like seeing the numbers that you guys put up and even just taking a moment, I know it's not about the numbers, but you guys are obviously producing big. But the moments that you take to just say, go girl, good job, I cannot tell you how encouraging that is. And I hope each of you continue to do it. But I'm very excited to be here. I'm very excited to be a part of the team. And yeah, that's it. KB, are you there?
I was muted. I'm so sorry. Yes, we appreciate you. So much love. Drop some hearts, drop some fires in the chat for Nikita. She came in here like running like she was a dog, don't take her too lightly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love this. I love everything for you, Nikita. And I'm just honored to have been introduced to you. I'm honored to have been connected. I'm honored that Roger said, "Hey, let me connect you with Caitlin." Like out of all people, Caitlin, like why me, So I'm grateful because I remember we went to dinner. You guys, like we after the 8% in Miami, we went out to dinner. Where did we eat? Like a Japanese restaurant. It was really good. We got sushi. It was so good. So good. I don't even remember what part of Miami the event was in, but you're more familiar than me. But it was like, what'd you say, an hour away from you? Um,
It was about 40 minutes away from me. If anybody is familiar with like I forget the area. I forget it myself. Never mind.
It's okay. But
It wasn't South Beach though, for sure.
it was not. It wasn't South Beach, it wasn't Brickell, but it was still really a really nice area. And I remember just talking over dinner and it just was such a down to earth individual. And I was like, wow, she's very sharp. And I could tell like she's going to actually do really good. And the cool thing about her, she was really coachable. When she came like aboard and she got introduced to Mike, she was like ready. Not only was she ready, she was like, what's the next step? Like, what's the next step? Okay, I did this. Caitlin, how soon can I start? And I'm just like, oh, there's some contracting, there's a couple things we're gonna have to do. I'm just thinking, but I was like, wow, I was very impressed, and I'm sure a lot of these ladies on the call that's been seeing you and the work that you've done in just a week as of yesterday starting. Like we're impressed. I'm impressed. Okay, I'm impressed. So I'm excited to have you here. And I would like someone else. If it doesn't matter who, share. Can I call on you, share? Can I put you on the spotlight? And I want to put somebody on
Sure.
the spotlight. I'm gonna put you and somebody else, but share because Nikita, she's new here. Tell us just a little bit about your background. Like, where do you come from? Where are you located? What made you start insurance sales?
Ooh, this is good. So, hey Nikita, it's Cher. I've seen you on dials and heard you on dials. So for me, like I'm a registered nurse, like that's my background. Like I was born and raised in Hawaii, and in 2014, that's when I came like straight out of high school for nursing school, and then I've been a nurse since 2018. And um, during the pandemic, I realized like the true colors of like management and how the hospital system is. And it's just like, wow, like I told myself, I'm never going to be loyal to like a company or an organization, but the only person that I need to stay loyal to is myself and my purpose. And like since then, like I've hopped around different hospitals, like I did travel nursing, I did like a lot of hard things, and then I realized like, man, like I want to do more than just nursing, because this is, I know for sure like this is just not it. Like this isn't the end, you know. And um of course, nursing changed my life, but when I came across like nurse entrepreneur communities and got introduced to the life insurance industry, I feel like that changed my life even more. And one of my nurse entrepreneur mentors introduced us, and even Damon, he introduced us to Caitlin, and that's how we got connected with Caitlin. And we were in a different IMO a year ago, actually, and we just didn't have the support that we had like right now, and as far as like the training and all that stuff. But things definitely was so much better last year, because the first 6 months of 2024 made $0 off insurance, and now ever since Caitlin brought us into True Wealth, things definitely took a turn for the better. And I started in August. So I started with Shanae and Nia. We were in the same cohort when we started all together. And yeah, we basically like relearned and unlearned some things. And then this year is definitely so far has been really life changing for all of us. And yeah, I think, like for me personally, there have, and even to this day, like I still have like sometimes those negative thoughts, and I continue to repent. I repent, and um, just to be mindful too of what I say to myself, how I act, and go from there, because it does really affect of how you talk to your clients as well. And but this season, like I am definitely really doing what I said I'm gonna do, and actually, um, yeah, and actually like just doing it. And simply by doing it, you are giving yourself like that much respect to yourself. And then from there, when you get respect for yourself, you get that confidence, and that you put out to your clients, and just continue to do right by them, and it all works out. Sorry, I got emotional today.
Make me get emotional, share.
I
That
don't know why I got so emotional.
that is beautiful. You know why? I'm over here like I got tears in my eyes too. I do. I'm not even gonna sit here and act like I'm just so hard. Like you got me over here tearing because I remember telling you that I was like, like you said it in the right order. You were like, if I have that integrity in myself, and then I just like do the work, and then that's where like my confidence come, and then that's what allows you to feel like, wow, okay, I actually deserve this because I had that integrity. I did what
Yeah.
I was gonna do. And
Yeah.
here I am, and that's so heartwarming to me, share, because I've saw your journey from start to now. We're not finished. I just
No.
no, we're nowhere near finished, girl.
Mhm.
And I'm just so proud of you. Like I'm beyond proud of you. You're consistently showing up. I mean, you're posting sales, you're posting more sales. I mean, you went to the boot camp, you got a lot of knowledge and information to sell while you were there. And then I remember like you came back and you were like, you know what? I'm gonna do it.
Mhm.
Put your mind to it. And no matter how hard it got, no matter how challenging it got, no matter how, hey, I don't even know. Like, am I still sure? Like, I know I got this, but am I sure? Like, you're here and it's working and
Mhm.
it's success in
It
yourself.
is.
And I am so happy for you. I'm so beyond happy. And I'm just grateful that the Lord has allowed me to be a vessel into your life. And I'm so thankful that the Lord has allowed you guys also to be a vessel into my lives as well. Because I believe strongly, I've learned something from each and every single one of you, from Jamila to Nia to Nikita over dinner, you know,
Mhm.
to share you guys, you and Shanae being registered nurses. Like, what? Like, that's cool. Like, can I go follow you? And like, I just a shadow. Like, can you let me just shadow somebody? One, like, hit me up, plug me in, like, just for the experience, you know? Like, it'd be so cool to do ER, like ER nursing. But all with all that being said, Cher, we appreciate you. I love you, and
Thank you. I appreciate you all. Like you all, like I want to publicly say that you all inspire me. And if I haven't really been like on the chats lately or anything, like I pop in there only like once in a while. But honestly, I see you guys, and yeah, and I saw your scripture this morning that you shared with me. Like I really needed that because I feel like the negative thoughts have been coming back here and there. But then, you kind of have to remember who you are and what God gave you to, so that way you can fulfill your purpose in life and to continue to be obedient to Him and to continue to trust in Him. And but yeah, I just wanted to publicly say that you have all inspired me and continue to push me, um and yeah, like let's keep serving, and yeah, like I love it here.
we love you. I love you. Thank you so much, Cher, for sharing a little bit about yourself and introducing yourself again coming into 2025. And if you guys don't mind, I know it's Friday. Shanae, I see her over there working. She's either submitting a policy, selling a policy, or fixing something with a already policy. But if we can, Nia, if you don't mind, I'm putting you on spotlight, but if you could just share with us here 2025, just a little bit about who you are, why you started life insurance, who you are, why you started life insurance, and how did you like end up here, True Wealth?
Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you, KB, for giving me the opportunity to speak. Me and Caitlin, I was just talking to her earlier about our journey. We've been walking hand in hand. She brought me in to FFL. I had not even actually got my license at the moment. At the time when I originally met her, was about to take my test like on a Friday, and I reached out, came across her on Facebook from a mutual person that we both knew. And then just reached out to her. I'm like, hey, would you mind mentoring me? I'm about to get my license. She was like, sure, come to my mouth. I was like, okay, cool. So I kind of just joined with her then back at FFL. And it was like I said, just like everybody else's experience, but just overall, I don't really believe in like how age make a difference. She was a lot years younger than me, but a lot of wise in a lot of areas that beyond her age that I took a lot from her. I ain't ashamed to say I just turned 37 in November, but obviously we're years apart. But I just saw so much like of her, of myself in her. I am a single mother as well. I had actually just left my ex soon to be husband. I'm still going through a divorce. We were together 14 years. I had just a little bit about my history. I had lost children before I had my son. I have a son named King. But I had lost 4 daughters prior to that. So just going through a lot of different things, just emotionally, um, trying to find myself, and then going through the divorce. I'm like, I need to figure out something for my son. He needs to have, a better lifestyle. I don't want him to grow up in the same type of community, just overall doing the same thing. So like I said, by God, I guess, just like everybody else, I bumped into Caitlin. And then just from there, she's just been showing me the ropes. Then she came to True Wealth. She reached out, she called me, she's like, hey girl, you see, I've been making me some money over here, not about that, but they train, they do this, they do that. I was like, okay, whatever, come on, send me what I need. So she sent me that. So I think she sent it to like end of July, maybe June, because I think it was around my son's birthday time. But I didn't really start taking it serious until really like August, like what Shar said, it kind of got into the group and then started showing up. Once I started showing up, then that's really all that, showing up for myself and my son. Then it just kind of went on from there, just learning the techniques, still hand in hand, like I said, walking with Caitlin on the journey. Like I said, she and everybody else is inspired me a lot. Like I tell her all the time, she's a single mom, but she has her son, that she has extra care. But I always say, not in an envious way or not in a jealous way, but I always tell her, like, look, you can do it, I can do it, girl. You can do it, I can do it. So I always, like I tell her, I give her flowers, just like everyone else, like Shar, she's amazing as well. Shanae, everybody on the call. It's like Nikita, you're great too. We just haven't pulled that out of you yet. Not all of your potential, but you're going to get there, trust me. But everyone, Jamila, everybody that's on the call and the ones that are not on the call, but everybody, like you said, is very inspiring, very encouraging, very much so helping everyone. Just like Shar, I haven't been as active in the group because just, you have personal things going on, very transparency. I'm going through that part too where I'm just dealing with a lot of things at one time. You know how one thing happened, everything happens. So haven't been active, but I've been seeing you putting your thing out there, Nikita. I'm like, who is that? So, but I know you're in good hands, like Allstate with KB. So you're gonna do great, just like everybody else. So, but thank you so much. I know I'd be rambling, but I just get a little excited too. I be all crying and stuff too. That's already knew how Shar used. That's why I'm like, I love you, Shar. I already know what you're gonna do now. It's okay. But welcome to the group, Nikita. You're gonna do great. And if I can help you with anything, reach out. You can have my number, text me, we text, we got group chats, we got all of that. So don't be scared to reach out. If they can't get a hold of them, you can reach me. If I don't know, then we'll get it done for you.
That's right, Nia. I love
Mhm.
you. We appreciate you. And I thank you so much. And I've watched Nia, you guys, just flourish into this beautiful, beautiful rose. And the thing is, like, she's not just that like one rose, like with just the one rose. Sometimes like you get the one rose on the stem. She's a bouquet. Okay. She's the whole bouquet of flowers. And what the beautiful thing is she's so determined. Like not only is she determined, but she's so dedicated. Like she's so willing. She's willing to do whatever it takes. She's willing to go through to get to where she gotta go. She's willing to understand that it's okay to have a setback, to have a setup for a better comeback. And the cool thing about me and Nia is, I had a little more one-on-one, personal experience with her because we are in the same vicinity of town. When we first got into the business, we were actually doing in-person presentations at senior centers for final expense. But that's when we first were learning final expense and we didn't really understand it. So, we would make sale here and there, but it wasn't nothing like where we're at today. And it's just so beautiful to see. And, Nia, I want to tell you that I'm very proud of you. I'm so proud that you just made the decision to change. I'm so proud that you made the decision to step up. I'm so proud that you made the decision to stand out and be different. And in a town where everybody looks the same, you're willing to step out and be different. And you might experience a lot of people, Nia, who don't understand you right now. You might experience a lot of people who, might show some jealous and envy towards you because they just don't understand. And give them grace. You know why I say give them grace? Because they don't know what it feels like. They don't know what it took, and they definitely don't understand. And that's okay because there's gonna be that moment where they're gonna need you and they're gonna need you forever. And you know what? Because you're a child of God, you're always going to be there to service them and treat them well and with so much grace. But don't ever let anybody around you disturb where you're going because me and you have a very, very similar background. And listen to me, girl. There's a lot of people who didn't understand me. There's a lot of people who I just had to say, oh, well, they'll see. Oh, Caitlin doesn't have time for me. Like I'm just sitting in my house watching TV, eating popcorn. But I got a disabled child, like physically, and I have an 8-year old, a single mom. She's working a business, you know. They say all those things, she thinks she's too good and da da da. It's okay. They don't understand. you know, and they not gonna understand. Oh, you quit your job to do this? Share, they not gonna understand. You're a whole nurse. Why you doing life insurance? They not gonna understand. And that's okay. It's not meant for them to understand, but for you and God, right? So we thank you, Nia. We appreciate you. I love you. And I'm so excited to see your future. This is only the beginning. And all we got to do is just elevate for here. And I'm going with you. We all going together. So with all that being said, I want to know, does Jamila, if you can't, I understand, Jamila, because I know you just told me in the chat you're discharging a patient. So Nikita, if you want,
I'm available, but y'all long-winded.
but you don't got to be long-winded at all. Just a
'Cause
quick 30 seconds, who you are, a little bit about your background.
all right, because I think yesterday I was 5 minutes away from selling feet pics, but okay. Nah,
My girl,
let's see.
hold on.
How old am I? I am 46. I'll be 47 this month. Happy birthday to me.
Happy
Um,
day. What day?
the 22nd.
January 22nd.
Hmm. And I have four children. How old are my kids? 28, 20, 14, and 10. And newly divorced. And I've been a nurse for 18 years. And I've decided that I want to leave because people suck. And I just want to help people in a different way. I think I've been a nurse for, I mean, an agent for like a year and a half, maybe. And I guess I'm just really starting to get my feet wet with the assistance from Caitlin and Jalen and Mike. They've been awesome. Um, I can admit that I can do better on calls because between work and the kids and everything, I just have to just make the time. But inshallah, soon that will happen. But I'm definitely grateful for the opportunity, and I love you guys. I love this community that we have, and I pray for you guys all the time. And I just want you to say, don't sell yourself short. If you're not doing big things, that's okay. Little steps, baby steps. Just take it one step at a time, and be grateful for the little things. That's my message for you guys this morning. After I prayed this morning, it was a sister that we were praying together, and she said, or and was I here for the whole day? And I said, no, I'm just here for 8 hours. And she said, well, just be grateful for the 8 hours. And that just reminded me of how we just need to be grateful for the small things. It doesn't have to be big. We have to just thank God for the little things, thank God for the roof over our head, the food that we have. Just, and overall, we woke up this morning. Today is a new day to fight those battles that we need to fight. And that's all I got to say.
I love you, Jamila. I love you so much. Just want you to know that. And I thank you so much. And one thing I appreciate about Jamila too is I've learned a lot I learned a lot from her. We'll have our conversations here and there. We'll get on the phone. But I love what she's doing and creating for herself and her son. The mission that she has. How she's such an amazing mother. My camera's not on. To her boys and her daughter. She has a daughter. Yeah, she has a daughter. Uh-huh. But Jamila, I appreciate you, and I see what you're doing, and I see the hustle, and I see the grind. I see the dedication. I see who you are as an individual and as a woman. You have true integrity within yourself, and I can see that. And I'm just so happy for you, for your future. I'm excited to like do this with you, do this together as a team and as a community, like all of you guys. I'm super honored. I'm super grateful. I'm super thankful. I thank you guys for even just like trusting me alone too. I thank you guys for seeing value in me as well. It means a lot to me. And True Wealth, I know they believe the same and they appreciate the same for you guys seeing value in them. and also their teachings and their practices and the principles to win in the business to be successful. So I know we're hitting 12 o'clock. So I know we got like 5 minutes left. And every Friday, you guys know last Friday I was at the leadership event, but we do these calls every Friday at 11. And of course, if there's an event or we're doing something, a lock-in, there won't be a call going on. But I want to end it out in questions. We have 5 minutes left. Like it could be insurance questions, toolkit, client, health, any type of questions, numbers, metrics, any questions that you guys want to go over before we end out the call today. And if you guys can't think of anything now, it's okay. You
I
don't
got
need,
a question. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I always feel like I'm doing something wrong. I don't know whether I'm doing something wrong, aside from, of course, going on dials and turning on, so sending my recordings in. Don't beat me. But I feel like, I don't know, is it my leads? And this week was my first real week, like really dialing. I even took off Tuesday just so I can dial, and it was crickets. Crickets. And I made so many dials.
Yeah, not a lot of pickups, like not a lot of contacts, I mean.
Not a lot of contacts. I might have had like one presentation. And basically, I don't know whether I told you this. The guy was like all in, but his wife like took the phone and she was like, hang up. It was just a mess. But I just got really, really frustrated. So I was just like, is it the leads or is it like the leads that I got, or I don't know. I was just real frustrated that day, but
I
alhamdulillah,
feel that
you know. Hmm?
No, no, no. I said I understand that frustrating feeling. I think that happened to Cher too. Your client, that wife came in and she told him to hang up. What, like, right? She told him to hang up.
Yeah,
Yes.
she was just extremely like mad. Like you could hear her yelling at her husband. It was crazy. I've never heard anything like that before. She was like, hang up right now. Like, and he really didn't want to hang up the phone. Like he sounded scared too. Like the husband sounded terrified. So he ended up hanging up. And since then he hasn't answered again.
Does his wife beat on him? Probably. Now, Jamila, though, back to that. What type of leads were those? Just what lead, what source was that one?
It was vet leads. And then I also was calling some of my old family first leads. I did get a girl. We talked, we had very good rapport. Like I was like, all right, bet. Gave her a quote, all that. She was like, okay. Well, when I get back to work, I'm like, you just wasted 20 minutes of my life. Because I did ask her what type of work she does and things of that nature. She was a tech. She got how many kids? 7 kids and 13 grandkids, and all of that. I was like, okay, bet, child. I said, you know what? You just wasting my time.
You wasted my
But guess what? I'm gonna call her again in another month because she
actually
said, hmm,
no, in a month. Call her tomorrow.
maybe. No, no, no. She don't have a job. That's the
Oh,
problem.
she don't have a
So
job. But I thought she said when oh, you mean when she get back to work. I thought she meant like when she get back to work, like physical work. You meant
no,
like
y-
working and paid.
yes. Cause,
That-
cause that's because I guess I needed to be more specific. Cause she said, "Yeah, I'm a CNA." I'm like, "Bet you got a job, you got money coming in." She told me she just spent $3,000 on her grandkids. I'm like, this she got money. Then we get down to the quote, and she like, "Yeah, I'm not working right now." I'm like, you know what? I could fight you, but I'm gonna call her back though.
Definitely gonna call her back in a month or so. But no, there that was like kind of out of your control. I don't want you to feel bad. I sat on the phone and did a whole presentation for someone said they were good to go for them to tell me they want to start it in March.
See, why they do you like that?
They start the policy and they're that far out. So like, yeah, I want it. That's the one we want. We want that one, 150. Oh, we could do that. All right, I'm like, all right, so if we get you approved, what day of the month would you like this policy to start? Can we have it started in March? So it's like I did a really great presentation, 45 minutes. They wanted the policy, but it's just like those type of things happen, Jamila. So don't feel like you're the only one or left out or if it was just you. Now as far as just the leads, no, everybody in the call right now, besides Nikita are running vet leads, and that's what they're posting their sales from, the vet leads. And but Nikita actually, she done got a hack and she did the traditional final expense leads from the CRM store, and like she sold like three different policies in one
Wait,
batch.
hold on, Caitlin, don't speak too quick because it's been kind of dry the past 3 days.
Well, we could talk about that out in a minute, but I don't want you to think, Jamila, it's the leads more so. I think more so for you, it's going to be a matter of consistency because you have to think day to day. Like I went Monday and Tuesday with no sales, but I dialed all day Tuesday for sure. Yeah, because I didn't have an appointment. I dialed all day. Contacts were just horrible. But Nikita dropped like three APs. I'm like, dang, like, dang, right? But I'm happy for her. So it works like that. It's kind of weird, but I think it's a more consistent dialing those same batch, like on a schedule. So it's like, can I get in just the 2 hours today trying to hit up the leads that just came in yesterday that didn't answer yesterday? And I called them yesterday morning. Can I try to hit them up around maybe this afternoon for an hour? Like, can I give myself an hour? It may not be a whole 300 dials, but just a couple of them. However, you can do it though, obviously, not this is just a broad example. But I think it's more so of a consistent matter with the leads. Now, for you, Nikita, just back to that, um, with your
Just
back,
responding to Shar in the chat and telling her it's crazy that we were talking about mindset because for the past 2 days, I was just like, yeah, maybe I should just sign off and go put my child to bed and go to bed. I got a little upset. I was like, I
yeah,
can't be a one-hit wonder. I can't do that. But I was like, no, Nikita, you'll catch somebody. So
yeah,
I stayed on
Yeah,
and
before too, Nikita, like when I first started, like I was always in my head, I'm like, oh, if I don't get a sale, that means I'm a failure. But that's not true. Like I realized, like, okay, as long as I've been hitting my metrics, like I know I've been hitting my metrics, like it's fine. Like it'll just take another couple of people to talk to, and then it'll come. Like for me this week, it's not as it wasn't like the other weeks. Like I've been with a lot of GI cases this week mainly too, like guaranteed issue. Like I don't know what it is, but I've been just coming across a lot of GI people. So I've been just okay, it's fine, like taking a day at a time. And even if they are GI, a close is a close, right? Like,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
still providing them value. They're still being covered, most importantly, right? So I think that's the main thing. Like as long as you're still providing people value, like it's fine. Like it'll all come into place. So yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that because I thought I would. Sometimes, you think you're the only one. And even hearing what Caitlin just sent us, sometimes it's like, get out your head, girl. Just relax.
you got to get out our head. That's the worst thing we can do is be in our head. And it's a real thing, but it's an everyday grind, you guys. And just every day we go for it. Every day we fight for it. Every day that mind map I showed you guys, that's what's going to help you guys. Because for you to even understand how to control your thoughts, you have to understand all of how it works. So I think that's going to be an important journey for you guys over the next few weeks. But if you do it over the next few weeks, it's not going to take you the next 6 months or a year like it takes the average American. Like as entrepreneurs, I hate to say it like that, but it's true. There's a percentage of population. You have 90% that are doing this. You have 70% that do this. You have the 20% doing this, right? It's a population thing. And you want to be at least part of the 10%. And if you want to be top 1%, by all means, that's going to take a lot of work, a lot of dedication, a lot of blood, sweat, tears, fight, focus, alone, and there's nothing wrong with being alone. I found out that it's like the people that are alone, they're probably just more aware, right? Because you can't be, if you're an aware person, you can't be around people all day that are just not aware. It's going to throw you off. Like you want to be around more people that have an understanding, more people that have awareness, because we understand that without a good thought or good belief, we won't go next level. And in order to go next level and reach our goal, we have to figure out, how do I master believing in myself when those negative thoughts come? But even Nikita, too, if you're having a bad day, that's okay. There's been plenty of days I logged out too, and I was like, we're going to bed. Lights off, turn the TVs off, turn the game off, get in bed. I've had those days, trust me. So don't feel alone. Don't feel like, oh man, maybe like, has anybody else? I sure have. But I want you to know, like, as us as entrepreneurs, it's not going to take you guys 6 months to a year to master that. Every day it's a learning game, no matter how far you go. Yes, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is our years go in like 9 weeks. There's a book called The 9 Week Year. And I think, right, it's the 9 week year.
12
If
weeks.
I'm 12-week year, right? So we go in quarters, right? So instead of us making yearly goals or 6 month goals halfway through the year, we make the quarterly goals. So like every quarter, it's a year for us. So while the average person has 1 year in a year, we as entrepreneurs have 4 years in 1 year, right? Because there's 4 quarters in a year. So our goal for this quarter should be to truly master like mind mapping and the way we believe, because that's what's going to allow you to have a little more discipline, because now if I am disciplined, I'll have the outcome. But if I don't know if I'm going to have the outcome, why am I going to be disciplined? What's just the purpose? But yeah, other than that, you got another thing real quick, Nikita, if you don't mind me asking, how many batches of the FEX leads did you buy?
Just two so far.
Okay, now tell me, what are your numbers from the first batch? Not how much you spent, but did you sell 3 families from that batch?
I'm looking at it right now. I sold four.
Period. And then from the new batch, how many did you sell?
One.
That's still a return on your investment. Now, you haven't got paid from none of those policies, I'm sure,
I
yet.
got one.
Oh, I know that is right. Come on, drop some money bags in the chat for Nikita, because that is nice. So on Monday, as long as all your SBLI policies issued before today, they should all pay Monday. So SBLI pays us every Monday as long as it issued before the Friday. So every Friday, you guys, if you didn't know, if you want to know, you know how sometimes you're like, I wonder if I'll get paid for my SBL policy this week, or is it going to come the next week? On the SBLI commission portal, all you got to go do is to the commission tab, and every Friday you'll get a commission statement. And within that commission statement, you'll be able to see what your paycheck is for Monday. So just keep that in mind. But Nikita, that's good. Now your thing is, if I were you, when I in your shoes at my level, oh, I already sold 4 from one batch, 1 from the other. Oh, I'm already buying another batch already. I'm not waiting to go through these leads to see if I can sell. I'll keep them in mind and go through them. Does that make sense? But I'm already buying another batch. You know why, Nikita? Because I've
Yeah,
already
that makes
did
sense.
and made my investment. If you want to get to the 15 to 20K a month, that's going to be 30 to more families a month assisted, or 28 or more families a month assisted, I'll say. You're going to want to buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. At first, it's like you're not seeing fruit from the money because you're buying and selling. But after a while, those numbers go up. Does that make sense? So yeah, I think you're in a good position. What do you ladies think? From you guys who've had experience with leads, what do you guys think about her doing 4 sales in one batch?
That's so good. That's like a really big, not only
That's a
return
big
on your
thing.
investment, but your closing rate is really big. And like, boom, that just makes you want to like, okay, let me keep going. Let me keep going. You just kind of chase out of that. Let me keep going, you know? So, just definitely don't stop, Nikita. I think definitely don't do that. Like, sometimes when you're like, I closed, I'm done for the night. No, keep going. Like we've all been there where like, oh, I could chill. Like, nah, this is no time to chill, right? Like we have no time to chill, you guys.
I love it. All right, guys. Well, if you guys need anything, I'm here. KB is recorded.
Nikki.
Yeah, I just need to remake myself a host so I can save it.
Okay, I was.
Oh, but because you're here, if y'all gotta go, go. Bye. I'm just kidding. Nikita, we went around, told a little bit about ourselves and why we're here and why we decided to join True Wealth.
Uh-huh.
Would you mind sharing?
Oh yes, yes. I had just jumped in because I'm dealing with a issue you'll see in the underwriting chat. But anyway, I joined True Wealth.
Well, we want a little bit about your background and who you are.
Who I am. So my name is Shanae. Um, I wish I could have heard everybody else's who I am. My name is Shanae. I'm a nurse. Been a nurse for like 5 years. Uh, quickly, probably like 2, 3 years ago, I started getting that itch for something more. Um, just like this can't just be it for me, right? I have to do something else because this is ghetto. Not that I don't like being a nurse, but not that I don't like being a nurse, but working nights and just, I just knew there's something more. I have to adjust my life. So that's when I started getting into other business opportunities. Thank you, Mia. Getting into other opportunities, getting into rooms, attending different like challenges, like learning about things that I was never taught about, and it's not that my parents didn't want to teach me, it's just that they didn't know, right? So I just started getting that it's something will start to haunt you, like it's something more for you. You are more than this. So that's what it was. And I was just like, what is this? And I just started doing the things and then getting connected with the right people. And then it's just like and it was the same thing with nursing. Just like God just started like, this is the path. Just, I'm not going to show you, like, you don't see the straight line, you don't see it, but I'm connecting you with the people. Like, oh, I like this, I like that. Let me do this, let me do that. Right. Um, and then insurance, I'll be honest, when I got licensed in insurance over 2.5 years ago, I did it for a tax write-off. I'll be completely honest. I was like, oh, I can save money on taxes because single, no kids, you get absolutely nothing, maybe like $1,000, right? So, and that's the reason why I got licensed. And then I realized, then I started hearing about insurance people making money, right? Um, yeah, it's recorded, so I gotta watch what I say, right, KB? So making money with insurance, but I was never really showed, how can I put it, like the how do you do it? How do you write these policies? Like I didn't really like understand too much, not too much guidance, not too much leadership. Um, so I joined True Wealth because I'm like, okay, I see when we were in Damon's chat, I was in his group since November of last year. And I was like, I see people dropping numbers, but like, what do you mean? How? What are these carriers? What is this? What is a lead? How do you call a lead? The script, like they tell you the things, but I'm one of those, I need to know the ABCs. Like, okay, yes, this is where you start. This is how you know what I mean? It just didn't click for me until we got introduced to True Out, and I'm like, oh, so this is how it is. This is how by the lead, you talk to them. This is how you actually use your tonality. Because we would always hear Damon talk about tonality and things. And I'm just like, it wasn't clicking for me. I don't know. But now it's like the thing started to click, doing something as simple as like an application, and seeing how easy it is, like doing it for yourself. I was the queen of just maybe limited beliefs and thinking that I can't do it, that it's so complicated. And I was just like, I'll just do a split. I don't know, you know what I mean? But it really is as simple as if you could read, you could sell, you could write a policy. So it was definitely the change of leadership for me, and I don't want to say hand holding. It's like hand holding, like walking you through it. Like you are new at this. Let me show you the ABCs, not just, yeah, oh, look at this. I made this, but then like how to do this. So yeah, I don't know. Did I answer the question?
I felt like I was rambling.
And how did you get connected here with True Wealth and success you're having now?
Connected with True Wealth, honestly, it was Caitlin who opened up her mouth and slid in the DMs of the people dropping the numbers. Because me, I'm just shy. I was shy. I was just like, I see all these random people, like the Carolines, the Jacquelines, the Juliuses. We saw all these companies, but I never thought to ask them like, hey, is there another way? I didn't know there was another way, another IMO, a different type of leadership. So it was actually Caitlin who slid in the DMs and, and then she reached out to me and I'm sure she reached out. It was probably all of us like, hey, I reached out to this team and this is actually what they're doing. Do you want to be a part of this? So it was somebody not just trying to take it for themselves, finding a way and not trying to say like these people also struggling how I was struggling and I'm not gonna help them. She came and like, come on, girl, let me show you the way. And then it was like, oh, like the light bulb came on, and it was simple as like a client worksheet. And I think we had that talk, and I said I used to think Damon put this in the Dropbox because he did field sales. I didn't understand that even when you're doing the telesales, you're writing down on the worksheet what the things are. I was like, oh, that's what that's for. And I learned that when I threw away my first client worksheet after talking to a client. I was like, oh, I don't need this anymore. And I actually had to like pivot with his application. And she's like, no, no, keep that. You know what I mean? So it was just simple things, just like, oh, the light bulb came on. Oh, this is what Damon means, how your tone and your stuff. And I don't know if it was just me being so naive. I did not know about leads or what to do with them. Like, you know what I mean? Or how to talk to people. I felt like, yeah, no gatekeeping, like Nia said. She wants everybody to win. Like, and I like being a part of a community where, it's a lot of women that want to see people grow. We want to win, you know what I mean, all together. It's not like a crab in a barrel type of thing. Like, oh, she's doing this, I can't do, you know what I mean? Everybody's like supportive. So I really like that. And it just took that one, it's always that one person who just goes against the grain, like, listen, I'm not making no money over here and I'm being transparent. Let me go find the way because there is a way in reaching out to her coaches and then taking those people. Like I know somebody probably didn't ask the question, but I found the answer. Let me take these girls with me and because we can all win. It's a big world. There is no competition. Everybody can win. There's a space for everybody. So yeah, I just listen. She's that girl. Like, and I don't say that lightly. It's just like that is just who she is. She's very genuine. She's very want to show you the way. And as long as you put in the work, she's not about to be somebody who's not showing up, somebody who's not trying. It's like, okay, so while you figure that out, I'm helping the person who wants to help themselves. And she's very selfless in the things that she does. Like, it's just I think Damon was saying on the call the other day, she'll be yelling at Isaac. Isaac, turn that down. Okay, Miss Betty. Oh, Shanae, you had a question on this? And I'm just like, how is this girl doing the things? And it's just amazing to me. So it's like I think KB is a little younger than me, but I just like Mama KB. I'll be like, it's like, she's showing the way. So I